Kyle Pitts went absolutely nuts against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dude. 166 yards on 11 receptions, 3 touchdowns, breaking his previous high in 2021, his rookie year, where in week 7 against Miami he had 163, broke it by 3 yards, with 0 touchdowns. And he went nuts in this game. He was a major reason as to why the Atlanta Falcons would upset Tampa Bay, who was looking, trying to get into the playoffs, right? Him, Bijan Robinson, Kirk Cousins. But yeah, man, we're gonna take a look at Kyle Pitts because I love Kyle Pitts. It just hasn't been there lots of his career, right, so far. But this year, it's actually looking pretty solid. Before we do that, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to your boy. Let's hop straight into it, man. So we got Atlanta coming out in the 12 personnel look. It's 2 tight ends right here, single back, and the twins with the wide receivers up at the top. We got Kyle Pitts down right here, and watch him on this simple drag route across the middle. And, you know, Tampa's going to run a zone right here, and he just does a really good job of running in between the zone and finding a soft spot in the zone. And Kirk Cousins lays it on him, gets a nice, easy drag route. And you're going to see, dude, they kind of run him on the same routes, and I like it. I like it because the drag route is, if I'm not mistaken, the most successful route in the NFL. And then you'll see right here, they're going to come out in the multiple tight end set again, tight end off right tackle. Then we have Kyle Pitts there on motion. They really like to use him on motion. They like the motion in pre-snap, and I absolutely love that, right? He's a big body, get him moving, get these defense backs kind of off rhythm a little bit. And yeah, you'll see him in this like bunch look with the other wide receivers. He's damn near a wide receiver. He's listed as a tight end. He's a tight end / wide receiver. And watch him on this, dude. Boom, stems inside, fights through the contact, and just hits the freaking crosser. Look at that. If I'm not mistaken, that's against the safety. Look at that. Little bit of shimmy, shimmy. Boom, boom. Fights through the contact, gets inside. Kirk Cousins lays it on him, and he has really good acceleration. And Kyle Pitts has really good acceleration, man, for a tight end. Yo, you're not subscribed? Why are you not subscribed? Come on, man. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Don't do that. I know you ain't a hater. Just subscribe to your boy. Come vibe with me. All we do is talk football here. Come vibe with the homie. Let me know what you guys want to see. And yeah, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. All right, now back to the video. All right, and then we have this play right here. Looks like Atlanta is coming out of shotgun. Multiple tight end set. Again, they love running like 12 personnel, 13 personnel. A lot of tight ends. So you see right here, Kyle Pitts in 89. Down right here, they're going to be in that like kind of like stacked twins look. And then we have this twins look right here up at the top, and watch Kyle Pitts on this. He's going to run a similar route, right? Like, look at that stutter. A little bit of hezzy, because like these defensive backs, when they're covering 2 people, sometimes they get crossed up and it's hard to defend. And you're going to see that right here. Look at Kyle Pitts. He's going to kind of hezzy and then just boom, breaks inside. And maybe there was a miscommunication. I don't know. But you see this defensive back right here. He's like motioning in like in. But I think it was his assignment or somebody else's assignment. All I know, Kyle Pitts got wide open. Nobody there to cover him on the mesh play. Gets in. Easy. Too easy, man. You can't leave Kyle Pitts wide open in open space. Look at that. Boom. And this guy's late to the show. Kyle Pitts gets in. Yes, sir. Hop right into the end zone. Hop right into the end zone. He deserves this, man. Kyle Pitts deserves this. This shit's been rough. If you know, you know. All right, and then on this play, we got Atlanta coming out on this trips look right here with the single up at the top out of shotgun. And watch Kyle Pitts on this play. Okay, gonna fake that. Then leaks out into the flat, uncovered, right? Would kind of love for him to get a little bit of contact right here on this 98. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of just, you know, kind of just stems out. And maybe they're not telling him to get contact, but lots of times when I see these plays, tight ends tend to like kind of like chip the defensive ends and then go out for a route. But this is still a really good play from Kyle Pitts, man. I mean, look at that. He's wide open out in the flat. These guys literally are like 12 yards, 13 yards away from him. Kirk Cousins lays it on him. And yeah, man, just a short, easy completion, and he gets upfield. Watch it again. I guess he's not out in the flat, but yeah, middle of the field, short, easy completion. Then look at him just get upfield. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dude, people in fantasy, it's been rough. If you started Kyle Pitts, I salute you. I started him. If you didn't start him, RIP. RIP, man. All right, and then we got Atlanta coming out of shotgun right here. Got Kyle Pitts off the right tackle right there, you see. And then we have single wide receiver with the stack down here at the bottom out of twins. And watch him on this. Just another one where he's going to leak out in the flat, hits a double move. And he ran that route so well against that defensive back. Look at it. Let's watch this again. All right, so he's going to hit the out. Gets a little bit of the pick, you know, from his wide receiver. And then this guy is out of position. Hits him with the out and up. Boom. Crosses him up. Really good route. Created a ton of separation off that double move. Look at that. Hits the out. Then boom. Head nod. Straight up. That guy's out of position. So much space off of that. That's when you know it's a really good route run. And then, yeah, man, he does the rest. They kind of, boom, kind of trip him up. But, yeah, Kyle Pitts, he can run routes really well, man. I mean, I've said this multiple times in this video. It's just the play calling has just kind of not been there at times for Atlanta, along with bad quarterback play. All right, and then on this play, you're going to see they got him on pre-snap motion. And I absolutely love them having Kyle Pitts in pre-snap motion because he's a lethal weapon as a receiver, right? This is pretty obvious that we're seeing. And they're going to come out of shotgun, and the twins look on each side. And watch Kyle Pitts on this play. Right here. Hezzy, and then the fade. Look at that. Boom. Really good timing. Really good timing on this. He ran this really well. And kind of hesitate. Defensive back is like focusing on this guy. This guy's literally got his feet planted. He's not even ready for Kyle Pitts to explode out of this break. And look at this. Boom. Hits it wide open. Kirk Cousins lays it on him. Hits the pylon. Boom. Easy money. Didn't hit the pylon, but, you know, he's kind of going towards the out of bounds. And, yeah, Kirk Cousins lays it on him, man. Having such a great game. Like, Kyle Pitts had such a great game against the Bucs. He showed himself off. He really showed himself off. This is essentially an audition, man, because I don't really know if Atlanta's going to re-sign him. I just don't. All right, and then we have this player right here. You got this twins look down right here. Kyle Pitts off the right tackle, single wide receiver out of shotgun. And let's see what they do on this play. Again, this is another one where I don't know if he's supposed to like initiate contact with 5, kind of chip him, help out his right tackle. But lots of times I see that. I don't know if they're telling him not to do that. I don't know. But watch Kyle Pitts on this play. Kind of similar to what we saw earlier. So you see him leak out into the middle. And I mean, he's like, Bijan, catch a block. And watch Bijan on this, dude. Bijan catches a really good block. Boom! It's his guy, and then Kyle Pitts does the rest. He's really good out in open space. Look at that. First guy can't get him down. Then 45 comes in and helps clean up shop. But really good route and really good yak. Really good yak by Kyle Pitts right here. Yards after catch. You gotta love that. Can't just have your quarterback laying in on you and then you just getting tackled. You got to do some work on your own, you know. Another play where we got him in pre-snap motion. He's going to motion into this bunch set up at the top. Single wide receiver right here. 3-1 look out of shotgun. And, yeah, watch this play right here. Bucs are going to run like zone coverage. And, I mean, look at this. This guy's open. And you'll see Kyle Pitts gets open as well. Like, they were making this Bucs defense kind of look bad. He gets out into the flat. There is nobody there to guard him. And Kyle Pitts does the rest. Gets upfield. Yes, sir. Okay, and then we have this play right here. Pretty similar to what we saw earlier. Motioning into the bunch set, except he's at the top of the bunch right there on the line of scrimmage. 3-1 look, and let's see what Kyle Pitts does right here. Boom. Hits the crosser again. Kind of going up, you know, going up for the ball. Laying out there. He's a big tight end, right? 6'6", 246. Laying out there, and he's going to box out these defensive backs. Make no mistake. Kirk Cousins does a really good job of just laying it out there and making it so only Kyle Pitts can get it. And he does the rest, man. I don't know if Kyle Pitts played basketball. I'd have to look that up, but I'm sure he did. Okay, and then we have this play right here. Got the twins look down at the bottom right here. Got the trips up at the top. And you'll see Kyle Pitts in the middle of this trips. And let's see what he does on this play. Hezzy, again with the Hezzy. Beautiful route, beautiful catch. Now, if you watch this game, you would know that this was tough for the refs to call, right? You're looking at this. He bobbled, and then he got the catch. And it's like his butt hit, but his elbow hit at the same time. But the thing is that they called it a touchdown. You know, they call it a touchdown on field. So unless you have anything exclusive to like overturn that, they're not going to overturn that. And I mean, dude, it was so tough. I have no problem with them ruling this a touchdown, if I'm being real with you. Some other people might. I'm sure they got freaking screenshots that a ref is obviously not going to see, right? And they're like, oh, it should have been ruled incomplete. But I thought this was a really good catch. And I mean, his ass literally hit right on the orange. So really good throw and really good route too. I mean, look at this. Boom, hits it. And he does a really good job of coming down with the ball and getting that. And they needed this. This is Atlanta trying to survive in this game. And then we have this player right here. 2-1 look, tight end off the right tackle. And watch Kyle Pitts on this play. This is another one. Just leaks out into the flat. He's more into the flat right here. And then, I mean, look at these defenders. By the time he gets the ball, there's 1-2. And then it's just him doing the rest. Look at that. Boom. He crossed him up, dude. He crossed him up so bad. I know he may have got a hand on him. Like, look at this. He got a hand on him, but look at this, dude. He crossed him up. I don't give a shit. Look at him. Look at his legs, bro. He crossed him up. He may have, you know, got an assist on that tackle, but he got crossed up in open field. Make no mistake. Kyle Pitts made him look like a fool right here. Watch this. He got him. I don't care what y'all say. But no, dude, this was a great game for Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts needed this game. He needed this, dude. Like I said, this is essentially an audition. Like, I don't know if Atlanta, I don't know if they're gonna keep their head coach. I have no idea what their owners are gonna do, right? What the owner and GM is gonna do. But this is essentially an audition, and contract year, we'll see if Atlanta re-signs him. If they don't re-sign him, some other team will re-sign him. And this kind of honestly reminds me of when Evan Ingram was on New York and he left. But I think Kyle Pitts might be better. I don't think he might be better. I think he is better. And I think if another team were to get him in this offseason, I think you're signing a pretty damn good tight end with a lot of potential. So we'll see what happens. But this was it's a pretty good audition for Kyle Pitts. I'll tell you that much.